I totally forgot. We should do T-Rex hands.
Okay, we'll do T-Rex hands. Chloe, this is not good. It's all over your face.
Do my cleavage too.
G'day, ladles and gentle spoons. Welcome back to the Boneyard Arcade Podcast. As always, I'm Lucky.
Oh, me. I thought you were going to Joshi. Chloe!
But we discussed this.
We had a conversation.
No, we didn't.
We did, like 4.5 seconds ago.
Well,
And
I
I'm
was
Josh.
cleaning up my nose.
It's because you spilled cider all over
That's
it.
right. I have cider brain right
We were
now.
seconds away from starting and you just
Snorted all over
ruined
me.
everything.
I'm sorry.
It's still on your eye.
It's not on...
It is. It's up here.
there,
No
it's
joke,
above,
really?
It's up. It's gone now. It's gone.
I think it's gone. But
It
look,
was
there-
like a
I can't
tear,
see my
but
face.
There.
For context, Chloe decided it'd be a great idea because if you haven't noticed, it's the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World themed podcast. And Chloe thought it would be a great idea to do T-Rex arms. So she's picked up a cider like these ones and gone like this. And then in the process has put her head on the back of the arcade machine and just tipped cider all over her shit. But we did get to watch her mop up her boobs, so that was good.
Yay!
I was actually going to intro the podcast as the Jurassic Park intro, but then I forgot. I was going to say, welcome to Jurassic Park, and then, na, 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 but what did you do?
I added ambiance to
Was it your percussion in the form of fucking up the mic?
That's right.
All right, cool. We're going to move past this. So obviously we've got a theme because we went to the Australian premiere of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sweetly.
we're going to talk about it and we're going to hopefully do it spoiler free.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
We'll make sure it's spoiler free.
Yeah.
okay, so you
Look
can watch
alike.
this. You can watch this even if you haven't seen the movie because the movie comes out June
Next week.
21st.
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Probably on one of those mad posters.
That one just says "Life finds a way," and that one says "Life finds a way."
Yes.
And it's got a Chomposaurus.
Do we seriously have to listen to your shitty encyclopedia of
Yes, you
dinosaurs?
I think it would be very helpful for anyone watching this to know the Joshua Encyclopedia of Dinosaurs.
Josh, rattle off some dinosaurs that you know, and I'll put pictures up.
Yes,
do.
we'll translate.
Nechosaurus, Swimmosaurus, Flapposaurus, Chomposaurus, Stomposaurus,
You said
Spikosaurus.
Did you say Stomposaurus twice?
No, Chomp and Stomp. They're two different things.
Oh, okay.
That's a Chomposaurus. Stomposaurus is different.
Did you say Swimmosaurus?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad that we're covering all the bases here.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Flappysaurus was
There's
definitely
also
my
a
favorite.
Pteraflaptor.
Pteraflaptor?
Yeah.
Is that a vagina monster?
Well,
It sounds like one.
Either way, we'll get Carrie to tattoo it on her.
Hey, Carrie,
I'll draw
can you
that
get
later.
this-
Carrie.
Can you get this weird tattoo? And it probably goes along with our other vagina tattoos. All right, let's move away from vagina tattoos. Let's. I know I want to talk about it, but I can't. Let's talk about. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about how this movie was, or should we talk about the old movies, or because
actually-
like you're a fan?
I do love Jurassic Park. I was a very late Jurassic Park fan.
Yeah.
Mainly being because when around the time when Jurassic Park was really, really big, when I came to the age where I actually had to watch the first movie to introduce myself, I was so pissed scared of that freaking T-Rex scene that I would cry, run to my mum, and she would make food for me to make me feel better.
Dan, was this like 3 years ago?
No.
4. Oh, Chloe, you poor thing.
No, but I could never sit through that T-Rex scene because I found it so genuinely scary. Like, as much as I loved dinosaurs, and dinosaurs were big when I was, like, you and I are the same age. How big were dinosaurs when we were kids? No.
Dinosaurs are always big. That's why they're
no.
dinosaurs.
Oh, bitch, you.
Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Josh, stab for me. Yes.
No.
Fuck yeah. No, I understand.
It's too late. It's
I
done.
get, I
You
get
can't
what
take
you're
that back.
saying.
Yeah.
I remember growing up and playing with like all the plastic dinosaurs and shit. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know if kids still play with those things or they just all have
I think they
iPads where they have like
do.
virtual dinosaurs.
I
Dinosaur
think
apps.
that is a
Oh, you
dream.
could have one of those diddlies where you print out the thing and then you get the 3D scanner and you look at the dinosaur and you get a Stomposaurus right there in front of you.
He's the wrong type of child. He's not our child.
What are you talking about? I had diggers and things. It was the best.
Yeah, but
I mean, diggers aren't dinosaurs, but I'm sure there are dinosaurs that dig.
aren't you a mechanical engineer now?
Yes, I
Okay.
spent all day working on my car.
See, that makes sense.
That's why my hands are so filthy.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you can see Josh's hands, sorry.
Whoop.
God damn it. Y'all
I
need to
Chloe'd that
stop.
one.
Dude, I like
No.
full ate the like thingy over here before. I think
nearly
it
just-
actually went up my nose.
I nearly smashed my face into it when I got exasperated by you guys being
yeah.
gross.
We were all Chloeing it.
Jesus Christ.
Contagious.
No,
Dinosaurs.
I did have that lifelong dream. Well, when I say life,
To be
I
a
mean-
dinosaur?
but no, there was that.
Would you be a flappysaurus?
Stomposaurus.
No, Triceratops.
Oh,
What's
that's
that?
right.
What's your version
That's
of a
a
Triceratops?
Spicosaurus.
A Spicosaurus.
What about the one with all the spikes on the side of it and it's got the clobber tail? Is that Clobosaurus?
Pointosaurus.
What's a saurus?
Pointosaurus.
Pointosaurus.
That
Yeah, he's
does
got
not
pointy
make
bits.
sense.
Oh my god.
It's like a-
Pterodactyl
it's like-
would be Pointosaurus.
like a
What?
That's a flap.
No,
No,
that's
okay,
the
no.
Flapposaurus.
Okay, there are so many types of different flying. I was about to
No,
say
that
Pokemon.
is that is the
type they are.
Flapposaurus.
Jesus
No, but like
Christ.
there's so many types of flappysauruses. I'm sure you can call one of those flappysauruses Pointosaurus.
No, because there's already a Pointosaurus. It's land-based. It's got spikes.
Maybe this is why I didn't become an archaeologist. This is the reason.
I wanted to be. My sister wanted to be a paleontologist. She wanted to dig up dinosaur bones, but she was like always really clever and shit. And so it's like, I don't know. I never watched Jurassic Park as a kid.
Yeah.
I only ever watched them like when I got, I don't know, like maybe when I was like 15 or something like that. I didn't exactly grow up with them, but they were still fucking good movies.
yeah,
Like,
they were fantastic.
honestly, they're some of the like the first ones
Yeah.
were like, it was so different. Like it was something new. It was like, here's a movie about dinosaurs, but the dinosaurs look legit and there's a science behind it, and that's cool.
Yeah. And like Dan and I were talking about it on the way home after we watched the movie and just like reflecting on all those things, like just those movies made it so amazing but normal to be encountering a dinosaur.
Yeah, it was like, this is a normalized, totally possible, plausible thing that
Yeah.
could happen. The way that they like presented those movies. So,
Yeah.
It's that sort of like grain of reality, and they just stretch it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
I like
you
that
could
shit.
believe this would happen in our lifetime.
It's not like,
They're not far away from like legitimately making Jurassic Park.
aren't we not allowed to clone sheep or something?
No, we did clone sheep.
Aren't we not allowed to do it because it's like an act of like defying God or something?
Nah, surely we can still do that.
Science, bitches, it works. All right, so let's talk about the new movie. So we get that out of the way.
Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom.
Because otherwise we'll get like 30 minutes in and won't have said anything.
Yeah,
about it.
we'll all be sitting there, and Chloe will be like, "Josh, you're dumb," and Josh will be like, "No,
No,
it's
Spicosaurus, Stomposaurus.
Yeah. So let's get past that
Apatosaurus.
and talk about the movie. So Universal and Playmaker Digital sent us to go see the Australian premiere, but the cool thing. The cool thing that happened was they sent us lanyards and they're like, okay, here are your lanyards, go see the movie, it'll be great, red carpet, blah blah blah. And we're like, okay, yeah, cool, sick. And we get there and they're like all these mad dinosaurs and shit, and like you're walking through like, you know, ferns and stuff. And we were like, cool, yeah, all right, let's go upstairs. And they're like, oh no. And then they dragged us to the media wall and they're like, y'all are media, you go and take pictures at the wall. And we're like, oh my god. So we had cute pictures taken.
I think one of my favorite photos ever of the four of us. Like, I really, really love those
They were pretty
photos.
cute. I was looking at them and I'm like, oh, why are we here?
Shout out to Nathan Atkins, by the way, who
love
put
you,
the first photo up
Thank
there.
you, Nathan. He said, he's like, look at these celebrities, and people are probably like, who the fuck are these children? Who let them in here? And so we moved through and then we went upstairs and they were like, oh, y'all get to go to gold class. And that was really cool because it was like, let's have a beer and watch dinosaurs, and that's cool. And then as we sat down, after all like the shenanigans of like throwing popcorn at each other and shit, because I threw popcorn at you and you're like, I'm gonna start a war, and I'm like, oh, fucking give her a war.
No, I was a lady. I popped the red flag up and didn't throw any popcorn at you.
Red flag, white flag.
White flag,
White
red
flag?
I didn't care.
I don't know.
I didn't throw popcorn at you. That was the point.
Good,
I just
I'm
Red
glad.
flag to a
with it.
Stomposaurus. That's how the
I
saying
went on
goes.
Donald Trump about it, guys.
Oh my god. So anyway, the movie started, and at the time I was kind of like fiddling around on my phone because if I'm really, really honest, as much as I look forward to like new dinosaur movies, I was really apprehensive about this one. I was just like, what more can they kind of do story-wise to
Yeah.
keep this relevant?
I was wondering where they were going to take it.
Honestly, but as soon as it started, I was 100% in. Like I was interested from the get-go, and I was really impressed. I thought it was something that I was kind of have to like ease myself into and be like, come on, you know, it's a Jurassic Park movie and Chris Pratt's in it, and maybe he'll take his shirt off and like wrestle a dinosaur or some shit. He doesn't, by the way, spoiler, sorry.
Not really much of one, but it was still an enjoyable movie.
Yeah,
I found.
I agree.
Like I really enjoyed the start. Just
Yeah.
because I got those tingles again, like
Right?
like from the old movies. So like you had that whole feeling like it was the beginning, and then that you could enjoy that, but then it was anticipating. Like, I can't wait to see them again, almost, and what they can do. And
Yeah.
I think they really stepped it up with the dinosaurs a lot more than they did in the last one, actually, which
What was
good.
the one
Like,
before called?
just Jurassic World. Just
That's
Jurassic
right.
World. So I think that more of that engagement with dinosaurs was a bit better.
Yeah.
This time, I really enjoyed that a lot.
And
more.
there was a real like danger to the dinosaurs. Like they
Yeah.
set it up in the very beginning where it's all like in Jurassic World. I don't know if you've seen it.
The first one of these.
Yeah.
Or-
Yes.
yeah.
Where they
Yeah.
have the
I went to that.
whole
I've
island.
seen that.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Anyway, so they set it up and they're all like, oh, look, dinosaurs are totally in captivity and shit. And like, you can come up and pat them and stuff. But in this movie, I won't give away too much, but they set it up where dinosaurs are ready to push your shit in. And it's like, they scary again.
They'll
still
pull your
scary.
face off.
But
more claws.
Who's- that was mine. My phone is telling me that somebody's setting up a Pinterest board. I think it's Kerry.
Get excited.
I'm keen. It's probably armor
Gonna
or
be
LARPing or
vagina
something.
tattoos and everything.
How did you find the movie overall?
Without spoiling anything, I liked it a lot,
Yeah.
and I it's almost a spoiler, but yeah, like there was genuine emotion to it.
Oh my god.
Like it
I
was
cried
good.
in one bit.
Yeah,
There was one bit.
it was good.
Don't say what it is.
No, I'm
you
trying-
weren't there.
I can't describe
I
it.
wasn't
but
in your mind.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't there. Like you left to pee.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot
you
I went
did.
to pee.
But there's a
Yeah,
moment
yeah.
where everything just fucking grinds to a halt and you're like, "Oh my god, why?"
I know which one you're talking about. I came for the very end of that part.
And I
Yeah.
leaned over to look at Josh and there
I
was
looked over to
legit
you and I was
tears.
like, I thought you were joking.
I was
but,
fucking distraught.
because I was like, this is actually, like
it's
all
full
things
on.
considered, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
So-
have to put that in Discord when the movie comes out.
Yeah,
Did
for
you
sure.
feel the moment?
Did you? Yeah, and
Do
it
you-
totally
do you
is
know
a moment.
what the moment was? We'll have like a thing of
Can you
people's
can you
ideas of-
pick it?
Yeah, what was the moment that made us feel feelings?
I felt feelings once or twice, but it was for pretty much the same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but do you know what I was genuinely impressed with? I this is gonna be a bit bad, but I hated the kids in the last movie, the fucking Jurassic World movie.
Ooh,
the fucking
yeah.
annoying, like
Yeah, the
kid-
nephews.
Oh, they
The nephews.
bothered me. But
Yes.
there's a kid in this movie, and she's not a scumbag. She's like really clever and like totally not a piece of shit. So that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a cutie. I did like her.
And so British.
Yeah. Oh my god, that bit where they're all like, "What they say?"
It was about we speak the Queen's English.
Yeah, she said bath. Mm-hmm. Like it's like I want to go take a bath, and the person was like, "No, we speak the Queen's English."
Bath.
Bath. And all of us at once leaned over and fucking flipped Josh off. Like, fuck you, cunt.
It's true, it happened, and
We say bath
proud
here
of it.
in Australia, but like,
We don't say it like bath.
but yeah,
I'm going to take a
who's going to stop you
bath.
and pull you up on the Queen's English. What language are you speaking?
I don't like the Queen.
You speak Welsh, don't you? Speak
I don't
like
s-
some
I can't.
kind of language.
That's exactly what it is. There's lots of clicks.
Yeah, there's like haching and like
Yeah.
it's weird. There's that place that I can't remember the name of that your dad can
Oh,
say.
that.
I don't know.
Is it the place that Luke Evans and Taron Egerton are from? And it's
Probably
like
not.
this long of a word.
Yeah, maybe
Probably.
it is then.
And something go-witch.
It's
is the
like
end of it.
I think it's like Clandicilia go is like the end of it, but
Yeah.
I can't pronounce any of the start.
I
Can't
think
remember it.
we should record all your attempts of saying that place.
If I can read
Can you
it,
learn Welsh, please?
I can try.
I don't think you can.
Hey, what's mean?
You can't even get to a podcast on time.
I was working on a car.
I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Yeah. So Stomposaurus. We're doing real good here.
I want to bring on some
Flaptosaurus.
Whitney Saurus just to save that moment.
Whitney Saurus.
Gabby?
Is that like Barbara?
Barbara. I was wondering if I could wear my while I was waiting for him to drag his ass over to my house so he could come here, I was in my onesie from my dragon onesie, and I was like, is dragon close enough to dinosaur to wear to the podcast
It's
and
pretty
not
close.
get in trouble? But then I remembered that it's a very easily distinguishable dragon, a particular
Creature.
one. It's
Yeah,
black
well,
and
it's-
has no
it's-
teeth.
It's a cross between a Flaposaurus and a Tromposaurus. It's kind of a dragon.
So anyway,
There's no Flyosaurus.
the movie, what I really liked was, I can't remember her name, Claire,
Yeah.
redheaded lady, some Bryce.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
She's good.
Ron Howard's daughter.
Ron Howard,
The Ron
the
Howard.
filmmaker.
Yeah.
That's why they let a ginger in the film.
Oh my god, don't you start.
Wrong. Do you know what I liked? I liked that she actually had shoes this time.
It was you know what? It didn't faze me that she ran in heels because quite honestly, I think it's a commendable feat.
I agree.
But it was the first thing I looked at.
I was like, is this bitch got shoes on? She got fucking boots on? She fucking better. I
But
don't
she
know
did.
if you
If you can
remember.
run in heels, it's a talent.
I agree, but she spent the whole last movie in heels. Honestly, at one point, Chris Pratt was all like, "You're not coming in with me because it's dangerous and shit." And she's wearing white high heels and a skirt and like a nice blouse, and she like rips the sleeve off her blouse and like ties it up. And he's like, "What does that mean?" She's like, "Means I'm ready to go." And I'm like, "Bitch, you're still wearing heels," and it bothered me the whole time.
Well,
So
just to gain general thoughts
I'm
then.
glad
So
you got
what
it
was
off your
everyone's
chest.
opinion on the movie?
I loved, I think, like 80% of it.
So how many Rexes would you give it out of 10?
I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed it more than I like Jurassic World. But parts of it really let me down. I won't say which parts of it, but I don't know. I think I'd probably give it like a 7.5 T-Rexes out of 10.
That's a lot of Rexes.
That's a lot of Rexes.
I think I agree with you. I preferred this one to the previous one.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Chompasauruses to give it.
No, it's not a Chomposaurus. It's T-Rex.
I would definitely say it's worth seeing. Like,
Yeah.
it's not one of those ones where you're like, oh no, I'm not going to see that. It's like, this is well worth seing. Good to see in a cinema as well, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of action and like, you know,
Big
there's
dinosaurs.
stuff going on. Like you want the full experience. I'd give it probably maybe a 7.5 like you. It's a pretty good rating
Yeah.
for a Chomposaurus out of 10.
Yeah, I give it 7 chompies.
7 Chompies.
7
chompies.
Yes.
7's all round pretty much.
Yeah. No, so I definitely think that everyone will enjoy this movie.
Yeah, definitely not bad.
I think, though,
Good
I
flim.
think the issue for this movie is that I remember speaking to Dan about it. I asked him, I was like, you know, you obviously big fan of the movies when they came out, blah, 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 because you're a million years old. You're probably there for the moon landing as well.
He was
How
there
was
for the
that?
dinosaurs.
How were the dinosaurs? Are they good? Like, which one's your favorite?
Flaposaurus.
By the way, commendable work on doing this. This
Yeah.
was really good, Dan.
Look at that. Look at that good shit. Dan's just shaking his head. He's like, fuck all of you guys. Hey, seriously. But Dan pointed out to me that he was like, I think he said something along the lines of, it's not the same as a Jurassic Park movie. So, they're in the same vein, but I think that everyone kind of had like this feeling about the first movies where they were like, oh my God, it's so different and new. Whereas these ones, it's like, that's kind of worn off. It's like, cool, they're dinosaurs, we get it. And it's like, could have done it in like a different way, maybe. Like, I don't know. So I liked the first ones. I liked this one. I didn't like Jurassic World.
I think they did a good job with this one because of the way they took, like, it's like we were saying before. We didn't know where they were going to go with it because they sort of told the story again.
Yeah.
And this was a good way to take all the elements, put them together, and make a really compelling story.
Yeah.
That made us feel feelings.
I felt feelings.
Yeah.
No, I appreciated the feelings. Muchly.
Much. Many.
Muchly.
This many.
Now, it's... I don't... I want to say something.
You
but
don't want to say something. Is it spoiler related something?
It kind of is.
It's so hard dancing around everything.
Yeah, like I want to talk about all the things that made it really cool. Like obviously there are characters that are familiar that are in this one. I won't tell you who's in it, that kind of thing, and they like reappear, and it's like it just draws it all the way back to the first ones, and it's like it's good. I want to talk about the bit, but because it's the bit that annoys me,
It's
but
okay.
I can't.
Save it. We'll talk about
Can you
it
give any
in
hints?
Discord.
Can you dance around it? How this is too spoilery?
No, because then you take away the feelings.
That's
we
true.
want people to
That's
feel
true.
our feelings.
You got to feel the feelings firsthand. You got to feel them for yourself.
Yes, suck.
Thinking about the court scene moments.
The court scene moments? No.
Okay. Because he was in the trailer.
No, yeah. I know he was in the trailer. I was just like, there's a different part.
Yes,
But I won't talk
much
about it.
different. Part.
Cool. Is there anything else we should talk about?
T-Rex arms.
No. Chloe, you're just going to spill shit everywhere again.
Okay, I'll just hold it.
Take a sip.
Oh, can I just say, Velociraptor is the fucking coolest dinosaur ever.
No, Blue is the coolest Velociraptor.
Yeah.
There's too much cider up my nose still. Don't judge me.
Cider doesn't go there.
Velociraptor.
The bubbles are getting to her brain.
Maybe.
Here's what I want to know. Where can we kind of go with dinosaur movies now? Like, can dinosaur movies still be done?
Oh, of course they can still be done.
But what would you do with them now? Because Jurassic Park kind of has all of the fucking bases covered.
Yeah, I guess. Would it be flogging a dead dinosaur?
Why did I laugh at
Okay,
that?
now.
No, you know what? Like, I'm not creative enough as it is to really make comment. I don't know where they could really go with it without, again, dabbling too much into the story that they seem to be doing already.
Yeah.
But I know I still enjoy a good dinosaur movie because dinosaurs are dinosaurs.
Are there any others? There are kids' dinosaur movies. Oh, Land Before Time. Oh my god.
Don't show your age, man.
Didn't they make like 40 of those fucking movies or some shit? I think there's like wait. I can't check. There's like 13 of them or some shit. I think. Nobody here is going to back me up on this. I read it on like a BuzzFeed article
We're
the
going
other
to throw
day.
it on Twitter.
I
We
swear
should
to
put that on
God.
Twitter just to answer your question.
Yeah. All right. I'm getting like flappy signals in the distance. I think we should maybe swap somebody and find out what Dan thought about the movie as well. Because he's like old and he was there for the dinosaurs. So, hi Dan, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Saw you flapping in the distance.
Yeah,
You keen on talking to us about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom
I guess.
in cinemas
I
June
guess.
21. Thank you.
It is
Universal.
June 21st, right? That it comes out?
I'm fairly sure, but
I'm
if
pretty
it's
sure.
not,
I'm pretty sure it was June
it'll be
21st.
flashing down the bottom.
Yeah,
It'll be
we'll
like,
correct it.
hey, she fucked up. She said the wrong date.
Yeah.
Wow, congrats.
We'll have the dates and shit in there anyway. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was June 21st that it was coming out. We just got a special little look at the
Yeah.
movie.
And they gave us beer.
So you guys liked it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But what experience have you had with the Jurassic Park movies previous to this? Like, have you watched all of them recently? Was it ages ago? Have you seen them all the way through? Because
I've watched all of them.
yeah,
Not recently at all.
Yeah.
And like earlier tonight, I was watching Jurassic World again.
so the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and
I have seen the previous Jurassic World.
Mhm.
I believe I've seen the first Jurassic Park,
okay,
but it would have been a very long time ago.
all right.
and
So you
I've
don't have
forgot-
much recollection
No, I've
on it.
forgotten a lot. So I went into it kind of, like into this new sort of reboot of the series.
Yeah.
Pretty much blind.
Okay, so I got a
Well,
question. Yeah, I guess they
brought
kind of
it
like
back.
revamped the
I'm
whole
calling it a
like
reboot.
dinosaur
They brought it
park
back.
Yeah.
storyline and went on
Revival?
their own
Yeah.
sort of they went on their own sort of path with the
Yeah.
story, right? So like for me, I've seen all of the Jurassic Park movies. The first one is like something that it's like Ghostbusters and Back to the Future to me. It's like one of those movies,
Yeah.
It's like the classic.
Yeah.
But with Jurassic World, it's interesting because for me, I have particular opinions and viewpoints on the path that they've taken with the new movies, like the
Mhm.
direction they've gone, and that's because the first one means so much to me. And those first ones have a particular storyline. For someone who hasn't seen or has much recollection on like the earlier movies,
Yeah.
what did you think of the storyline that they've gone with, without giving away what the storyline is? But how do you feel about the story that they're using for Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, and the way that it sort of seems to be heading?
For Jurassic World, I was sort of a little bit more on the fence about it. Like, I enjoyed the film. I remember enjoying it because someone told me they didn't, and I was like, no, I thought it was quite good.
Okay.
But this one definitely, like, I like the direction they sort of took with it.
Yep.
Like, the underlying sort of plot is the part that really caught me.
Yep.
Rather than sort of some of the action sequences and stuff like that. But yeah, I quite like where they're going with it, and I think it's gonna lead to more.
Okay.
And if it does, I think I'm gonna like where it goes.
Where it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Because as someone who like I said, with
I think
the
this is what I
initial-
tried to explain.
Yeah, with the initial Jurassic Park movie. Firstly, like the first one is like the big one because it's the first time. I think I can't remember the year that it came out. Was it like 92 or 97? It was 92, I think. It was around the early 90s. It was a time when people had like had early dinosaur films, like really early, like stop motion and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or animated, or we had that dinosaur TV show. Well, that might have even come about because of Jurassic Park's popularity back
Bonnie?
in the early 90s. No, what the fuck was it? It was The
Was it-
Family.
Was it with Clay?
No, The Family
I know
of
what
Dinosaurs.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Fuck, I can't remember. Anyway.
yeah, they've got
Those
like the little
fucks.
baby that says "not
Yeah.
the mama, not the mama." I don't know. It's the dinosaur family. I don't know if that
What
came
it's called,
about because of
Dinosaur
Jurassic.
Family.
Yeah, it's weird. It's got a name. We'll find it, I guess.
Dinosaur family.
But
Continue.
I do think that might have come about because of the popularity of Jurassic Park, and dinosaurs were a thing. Much like zombies became a thing when all the zombie movies
Oh,
came
yeah.
out. Dinosaurs is the name of the fucking show. Okay.
Oh,
there you
that
go.
thing.
It's
That-
literally
yeah.
called Dinosaurs.
Okay.
Fuck.
What
Yeah,
year does
Dinosaur
it say what year
Family.
that was?
1994 was the final episode.
Okay, so it
So
probably
around-
ran for about a year or two, I guess, if it was popular enough. But
1991.
oh, there you
Wow,
go. Yeah,
that
3
thing
years.
had a-
Yeah, so that's not
Had
bad.
a life to it.
So Jurassic Park was huge when it came out, right? And to this day, like it's, you still go back and you'll watch it in Blu-ray. And I remember the first thing we did when we got like a surround sound system in my house was throw the Blu-ray on, because the T-Rex scene in the first movie, it did the simple things right. It was like the sound was amazing. You could hear the rain hitting the roof of the cars, and it was just, it built that intensity before you even saw a fucking dinosaur, right? And it was like, it built this huge scene up, and the climax to that scene was the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Right? And it was huge. Like, those are the moments that I'm knocking my shit. Those are the moments that you
excited.
remember
I'm so jacked.
when you watch those original movies. The Triceratops sick in the field, laying on its side because it's eating the shit plants, and they're jamming their arms into the turd.
Yeah.
You know, memorable scene, not because of the arm in the turd, like you remember it, like, oh my God, that's gross. But the scene, the way you felt when you saw a Triceratops sick in the field, you were like, holy fuck. Like,
You feel for that Spikosaurus.
yeah, but like even the fact that it was like animatronics, you know, and they were touching it, and it just was like laying there, and you're like, oh my God, like look at this thing, it eats plants, and I feel sorry for it, but I
And
also
it's
love
the
the way it
people
looks.
interaction
Yeah.
with the dinosaur that was like, this is happening for like the first time.
Yeah. And like the beauty behind all three of those first Jurassic Park movies was that the dinosaurs were the star. They were the hero of the films.
Yeah.
We had Sam Neill in that in the films, but they were literally just the accompaniment of character to the dinosaurs that were in those films.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were even able to do that again when it came to the Jurassic World film and Fallen Kingdom, because we've been there. We know dinosaurs. They're a big part of the world now.
Yeah.
We have to go down a different path. And so instantly these movies turn into action movies. And
With Chris Pratt.
that's right. You know, you've got, and I said yesterday to Chloe in kind of disappointment, because I used to love the absolute fuck out of him, but I feel like that's the point we're at right now, where I feel like The Rock will be in the next one.
Oh no.
Just because it's like, it's
Why
one of
not?
those
Fuck
movies,
it.
you know? It's like, we have dinosaurs, and they're like, you know, they run amok. They ran amok in the first
he will
movie.
punch one of them in the face.
Exactly that, or he'll be the bad guy, and he's like, you know, he's doing shit with them. And,
No, he's
and
got to fight.
Chris Pratt
He's
and
gotta
Blue
fight.
have to do their thing.
He's got to punch him in the
Yeah,
face.
yeah. So it's just interesting
Or
to see
Rock
the
does.
path that they've gone down.
Yeah, I agree.
I remember what it felt like to watch Jurassic Park. I don't get the same feelings watching Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, but that's because the story's different. We're like in a different era with dinosaurs now, and it's an interesting path to go on. I would say the movie's fun. I had a good time watching it. I liked Fallen Kingdom more than I liked Jurassic World 1.
I agree.
The opening like 5 to 10 minutes is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
It's
that was
really
really good.
fucking good. It's scary as shit as
And
well.
They hook you. They hook you really well.
I want to know more about that gigantic fucking thing in the water.
That was in the
trailer.
Jurassic World.
It was in the first one, and
World.
it was in the first one, and it was also in the trailer for the second one.
I wanted to say
So
it was
that's no
Olivia
spoiler.
Pleurodon, but it's
But-
not.
I just want to know, like, I want more of it because it's so sick.
Show us the way to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Yeah.
Candy Mountain.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
do you think the way you receive the new films is different because you're older?
Oh yeah, I literally blame my experience and love for the first movies, and being the age that I was when I first saw them. I was in, it was like first or second grade, and I went with my mum and my friend and his mum to watch Jurassic Park in the cinemas when it came out.
Oh, cool.
And I remember like the initial scene of the raptors being held in their cage and put into like their pen. And that being a big thing where one of the people who's unlocking the door gets grabbed by a raptor and is like slid up and down the side of the cage.
That's right.
It's huge for me as like a 12-year-old, 10-year-old or whatever I was at the time.
Or whatever you're old.
Yeah, like whatever I was at the time, seeing that shit was just amazing. So like seeing stuff now and being older and having all this experience in it, and
It's not the same.
it's not the same feeling you get. So I think the nostalgia plays a heavy part in what you feel about the new movies that come out.
I think it's a good thing for like younger kids who will get to see this movie. Like obviously young adult people who are old enough to see the movie, but I think it's like this one's a really good place to kind of go back and maybe figure out where it all kind of came from.
Yeah.
Because I wonder how many kids these days have seen Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly. And how much they'd actually like it in comparison to the action scenes.
Would
of the
they
new
say
one.
it's shit because it's old, or would they appreciate it's like this? This is how we did back in the day.
My bigger thing is, do they like the fact that Chris Pratt is the main dude in the new movies, and they'll look back and be like, Sam Neill is like an old man.
Ew, he's gross.
Not,
He was good in that movie.
he was
though.
not an action hero though. Like,
He was amazing.
and I hated how much he like mistreated those kids.
Yeah.
He's like,
He was a huge cunt.
climb the fucking
like, get up there.
climb the cage thing. Just go and touch it, and as soon as he went to test it, he like scared them shitless about electrifying
was
himself.
the
Like, it
best.
was just a prick, and I liked him as that.
I figured you would.
Yeah, I
It's
liked
like,
him as that.
I
So
like that.
These are good movies. I think they're good fun.
Yeah. Even without the nostalgic side, like, they're good. They hold up.
Yeah. And that's why I asked. I was like really curious because to me, I'm all fucking nostalgia. Like, I'm surrounded by nostalgia. But, you know, someone who doesn't hold the first ones close to them, you know, it's interesting to see what it's like. So for me, I give a 7, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to technical difficulties or raptors eating our footage, we could not continue the podcast. If you want to know what Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is like, you'll have to see it when it comes out in cinemas on June 21st. Almost got that wrong. Guys, if you've liked the podcast, remember to subscribe and leave us any comments in the comments below and follow us on all the social medias. Until next time, bye-bye.